Purge grief and sadness and reclaim your power meditation. An important part of life is learning how to navigate through the challenging and perhaps unexpected moments which may evoke sadness and grief. Whatever the situation is, it could be something not turning out as you'd hoped or expected, the loss of a loved one, job, or relationship, or maybe not yet being congruent with who you are currently and who you want to be. Ultimately, how you move through these experiences is far more important than the experiences themselves. What you tell yourself and what you visualize either add to the suffering you're experiencing or shift your focus to lessons or solutions that create space and propel you forward. During this meditation, we'll purge grief and sadness, adopt a curious and open perspective to reclaim your power, do healing breathing to strengthen the energy of your lungs, associated with grief and sadness in traditional Chinese medicine, and visualize yourself in your ideal healed state. To begin, get into a comfortable position, standing, seated, or lying down. Whatever part of you is touching the ground or earth, sink a bit deeper into this physical space and know that you are supported. A simple way to collect yourself is to focus on your breath. Place one or both hands on your lower belly and breathe deeply into this space. And slowly release. Again, deep inhale into your lower belly where we take in more oxygen. And slowly exhale. One more time. For the next several breaths, we're going to elongate the exhale. This is known as a detoxifying or purging breath. Inhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for a count of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a few more purging breaths on your own. One more. We're going to expand this breath one more time. For the exhale, instead of focusing on the count, and while still breathing out for a bit longer than the inhale, you're going to either mentally or aloud say, I release grief and sadness. Let's do 3 together. Inhale and exhale. I release grief and sadness, continuing to breathe out until the breath is finished. Inhale. Exhale. I release grief and sadness. One more together. Inhale. And exhale, I release grief and sadness. Several more on your own breath. One more. Purging grief and sorrow is just one part of this practice. The next step is to be curious and open to insight and deeper understanding. Ask your inner wisdom or guidance, whatever or whoever resonates with you, the following questions. What have I been telling myself about this experience? For example, maybe your internal monologue is saying that this is so painful and that you were never going to feel okay again. Whatever your repeated thoughts are, ask, do these thoughts contribute to my suffering, or do they get me closer to feeling more grounded? How can I reframe my perspective to create space for healing? What's the purpose of this experience, or what are the lessons to be learned here? For example, perhaps this is practice with soothing yourself rather than expecting or waiting for someone else to do it for you, knowing that you have the ability and strength to calm and heal yourself. Either mentally or out loud, repeat the following mantras 3 times each. I have the strength to move through this experience with curiosity and openness. I have the strength to move through this experience with curiosity and openness. I have the strength to move through this experience with curiosity and openness. I'm grateful for and focus on the wisdom and growth offered by this experience. I'm grateful for and focus on the wisdom and growth offered by this experience. I'm grateful for and focus on the wisdom and growth offered by this experience. I stand in and reclaim my power. I stand in and reclaim my power. I stand in and reclaim my power. I am healing. I am healing. I am healing. In traditional Chinese medicine, when we experience grief, sorrow, and sadness, these emotions are energetically stored within the lungs. The associated color of the lungs is white, so this is the color we bring into our lungs as we inhale. This practice is even more potent in the associated season, autumn, although can be used any time of the year to release grief and sorrow and create space for healing. Now, inhale clean, bright white light into the lungs. And normal exhale to release. Inhale clean, bright white light filling up the lungs. And breathe out. One more. Inhale, clean, bright white light into the lungs. And exhale. Expanding this breath, inhale bright white light and the virtues of courage and inspiration into the lungs. Normal exhale. Inhale, bright white light, courage and inspiration into the lungs. And exhale to let go. One more together. Inhale, bright white light, courage and inspiration into the lungs. And exhale to release. Several more breaths on your own. One more time. Lastly, being mindful of the wisdom and lessons offered from this experience, visualize your ideal state, grounded and healed. Imagine what it feels like to reclaim your power. Imagine what your life or daily experiences look like when you are healed. Take another few breaths with this visualization. Now, choose one word or phrase to summarize your healing. Come back to this word or phrase anytime to more easily and quickly reconnect with this healing experience. To close our meditation, focusing back on the lower belly, take one more big belly breath and slowly release.